Hi, this is Gina, and welcome to Perfectly Imperfect Junk Journals. I say I am perfectly imperfect because I'm always learning. It reminds me when I was in elementary school and taking that art class. So I found this channel scrolling one day, and this video that I made will share how I learned the better ways to make this amazing craft. I linked this channel below, how it inspired me, and hopefully it'll inspire you too. So first I'm going to share the channel that inspired me, and it's called Chasing Paper, and she's amazing. She does so many wonderful crafts. So this one is called Faux Frosted Glass, and it seems really easy and thought. So I'm going to share my first group and then the challenges that I had. Wow, there's a lot of them. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do because you know I'm not a good person on sharing how to do, but I'm going to explain what I made. So please know these are a work in progress. Like this was one of my first ones, and this wire, number one, is a wire. You have to use the right wire. I used 18 gauge and I should be using 24 gauge. And what does that mean? It's about the flexibility and how you can manipulate. So when I did this one, I couldn't get the wire right. I kind of just glued it all together to hide it. But this is the napkin that I used. And I know you can't tell, but it looks really nice when you put it up against a glass. So my friend asked me, what do you do with these? And I'm not sure. So they can either be part of a journal, or if you buy those little suction cups and you can hang on the window, like some of these have hooks. Not that one, but this one. And then maybe you can hang it up and it look good outside. Okay, and then here's some other ones. I'm learning as I make these, so I think I'm getting a little bit better. It's how you glue the napkin onto the wire that's so important. Look at how pretty that is. Here's another hanging one with the same napkin. I just did a different cut. Isn't that so pretty? And then I just used some glitter pins to go around it. Okay, these are just Easter eggs, and it's kind of boring. I have these little wooden rabbits, so I kind of colored it, and I thought maybe I can put those just on the corner or something. And then here's another one from the same napkin, just a different round versus this. I have a hard time making egg shapes, so I did a lot of round ones, and I used a tin can with making the round circle. Okay, this is cute. This is another napkin. In fact, I have two of them. And what I did with this one, it's 2-ply by accident, and this is 1-ply. Let me see how the 2-ply looks. It still gives you that view in the back. Okay, here's another one with just the Easter eggs. So again, maybe putting one of these little rabbits on the corner, or maybe putting Happy Easter on it. And I love this napkin. Isn't that just so pretty? So what I can do with this one, let me show you what I did with my other one. So with this one, I just punched some holes in it and added some brads, and then I added this string. So I think that's the same thing I'm going to do with this one. So I just try to do a square look, so that's going to be fun. And then here's one last Easter one. Isn't that so pretty? Again, maybe putting Happy Easter on it or one of those bunnies. Okay, now let me share the other ones I made. I decided to use different napkins, so you can see this one, it says Paris on it, and see how rough this is? So that's why I put string around like this one, just to hide that, because you know what? I'm always perfectly imperfect. And I used some gold glitter on it, so I don't know if I want to add something at the end of this, just because it's just so pretty in itself. And then this one is one of my first ones, and see how the wire kind of didn't close tight. So this one is definitely perfectly imperfect, but I love the butterfly and I love the different designs of the napkin. I have these flamingo napkins, and they're really big, so I can only get a little bit of the flamingo, and then I just put some glittery pin on the outside, and then I used some paint there for the top of that one. Okay, this was one of the first ones I made, and I thought, let me see if I can make some small ones. So that's a small one with a really pretty napkin. And then here's another napkin. And they look so pretty when you hang them on a glass. Okay, this is a pretty napkin. Look at that. I love that. And then you can see that glitter on the side. And then here's another napkin. So I'm going to be showing you my different napkins and what you can do with napkins if you have a whole bunch at home. And this one's a little bit more colorful. I don't know if you can see as much as you go through in the window, but it's still very pretty. And then this one's actually one of my favorite ones. My whole goal is to try to make them look all so nice and add some eyelets. So see how pretty that is? And then this is the last one, but this was my beginning. I wasn't sure what to do. So I think I'll figure out something to put some kind of like hook on it. Okay, now I'm going to show you the difference using the other wire. It is so much easier. This is a wire that Chasing Paper suggested, but I didn't have the patience. And I went and bought the 18 gauge wire, and that's what I used with the first group. This wire can be found at Michael's and it's under $5, and believe me, it is much easier to work with. Honestly, I don't know the specifics of how wires work, besides that's TMI anyway. I just wanted to share with you my lessons learned and how this wire allowed me to make different shapes for the Faux Frosted Glass. I use Easter napkins, and look at how this bends. It is so much nicer, and it does hold it all together, so I don't have to worry about the napkin falling apart. There is a little bit of a crease because I reused the parchment paper, so I suggest using new parchment paper or cereal box linings. That works as well. And then here's a heart one with some bunnies inside. And then I did a wrap around to make it a little decorative so it can hang. I don't know, I looked at some suction hooks that you could put in the window, and those might work, so I have those on order. And then here's another bunny, and look at the difference. I can actually shape the wire with this one with ease. It's not as hard. And then I like the round ones. I use a tin can and I wrap it around the tin can to give it a shape. And I added a little bunny tail there. It's cute. And then here's another one with the Easter eggs, and then just another bunny. Okay, these ones are non-Easter. So look at this. So see how I made it look like a diamond, and that's a very pretty, maybe you can kind of see the difference here if I do that. It's hard to tell, but when you put it up against the light, it looks so pretty. Okay, and then here's another napkin. I've used this napkin in the other set that I did. In fact, here's another one of that napkin. You can take a napkin and just use different parts of it to make this. So anyway, these two with different shapes. This one I added a eyelet on it, and the wire is so flexible. So definitely going to be using this wire. Can you tell I'm hooked on this? This is where I can make hearts. And then here's another one. I added two different linings of two different colors with another eyelet. And then I try to shape an egg. Now, I guess I don't know if this is an Easter one, but there's butterflies. I try to shape it like an egg. So you can see behind it. That looks really nice. But this is really cool. I shaped a flower, and I think it goes this way. I don't know, maybe I could go this way and then you can hang it. I don't know. But isn't that cute? So you can really shape what you want. And then here's another one. And I think this was with my Easter napkins, but you can use it for the spring. And then these two are from the same napkin. So this is a round one and a diamond. And then this is my last one. Aren't those just so pretty? I am not good at making how-to videos, so I'm going to list and explain how I made this. So the supplies are parchment paper, napkins, and 26 gauge wire. So you separate your napkin plies, the ones you want to use, and then keep that white single ply, and I'll explain as we go through this. You paint the Mod Podge on the parchment paper for the size that you want your shape, and then you place your napkin face down on that glue. And then you put the wire shape on top of it, and then add some more Mod Podge on top of it. Be generous. And then you go ahead and lay your white napkin ply over the Mod Podge. And then you paint it one more time, and then you let it dry. That's the longest time frame, is letting it dry. Then you remove it by pulling away from the parchment paper, not pulling up from the little craft piece. And then you go ahead and shape it and just kind of cut around the edge. And you can also sand it around just to make it even. The link I have below will actually show you her process. I'm just sharing what I did. So that is it. This is a little bit different video for me, so I hope it inspired you like Chasing Paper inspired me. And please let me know down below in the comments, have you ever done something like this type of craft? I would greatly appreciate any feedback you have. So thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.